Hi guys, welcome back to Stella Wilson Creations. Here we're building a second mousetrap. After we made the first one, we weren't really impressed on how far it went, and me and my husband have been working with my niece on this project for 2 days, so it took us a while to kind of get it right. The first one built, and so if you guys haven't, we did build it and it worked. We have that one posted, so you can check out that video if you want to see how we made that one. And the main base for that one was a cardboard like card box, but this one we just used the mousetrap itself, and we used 2 rulers, and then we used 2 metal poles. Those poles we actually got from like out of a front sign, your yard sign. That's where those poles came from. And then we used 4 lids of air fresheners, and those air fresheners just came from like the Dollar Tree. So we used that. Now the rulers, again, you do have to put a hole in it with a little drill on one end so that the poles can fit through. And so there we're just assembling the wheels. You're gonna have to assemble 4 wheels. We just used hot glue for that. And in the first video I did show more in detail. By the time we got to this car, we had probably failed, I don't know, 6 times, the last one being the 5th time, and it actually did work, but it didn't go very far. Again, we're just parents, and we researched and did everything on our own with Jalissa, so that's kind of what we did. So we were trying to figure out how to make it go faster, and we figured out that the lighter you get the car, the faster it goes. And then in the end, Jalissa said that you should not tie the yarn on the back. You can kind of just wind it up and then let it go. So that's what we're doing. We're gluing the wheels together. I felt like a super pro at this point. I was like, man, I could make these and sew them, because that's how long it took to do them. So anyway, I just wanted to show kind of like our process. To us, we call this the 5.0 version. After all of the fails, this one actually did work, and she ended up getting a really good grade. So right now we're just making sure the wheels are on. You need 4 of them. So that's what we're doing at this point.
You even broke it in pieces.
And that little black top right there, we were going to use that as a wheel, but obviously it's too small, so we had to look for something bigger, and that's how we used the lid to the air freshener. So we never ended up using that little black piece right there.
I'm pretty sure I can do it without.
So I'm getting the aluminum foil and trying to get my wheel going. I used the hot glue again.
Am I putting a hole through this, or you got a hole?
I'm sorry, everything on this one isn't in frame. Again, this is our second time doing it, so we did post how to make the first one, and the steps are similarly the same, very similar. That's what they are. They're very similar, so you can go watch that video if you like. But this one did go way further, and I don't think that the other one would have got a better grade. She didn't turn that one in. She actually turned this one in only, so I can't tell you what grade it was, but I think they both turned out pretty good. I mean, we could have altered that one, I guess, some more, but we really couldn't figure it out. And my husband's actually keeping both of the cars. He said in the summer he's going to go out and race them and play with them. I mean, we put a lot of work into them. You would think you wouldn't mind throwing them away, but he said that he liked them, so he's going to keep them. The glue dry takes about 5 minutes, and so that's why it's taking forever. It's just drying. Once I get the 4 wheels on there, I'm going to do other things like put rubber bands on the wheel, and then I'm going to put some black spacers to keep the body from hitting the wheels.
Stand up, you gotta work. So these right here are from the Dollar Tree air freshener tops. Again, regular plastic rulers. I had got a whole bunch of these on sale for 10 cents for school, and so I'm just using that. And now we're hot gluing the base, which takes about 5 minutes to dry. They don't really tell you that, but it takes a good 5 minutes. We're gonna try it without before you put a piece of wood in there. What's the point? I mean, if we have to, I just don't want to put it on the wall.
So here you can see how the body hits the wheel and it kind of sticks in the wheel, and it does it on both sides. So we have to figure out a way for the body not to hit the inside of the wheels, and we came up with putting hot glue and spacers there. And so you will see me grabbing those spacers in a little bit. And so that's what we're going to do to fix that.
You can pull it off if you don't want. I'm trying to use that. Y'all have to. What are you using for the pulley? Are you going to get some while we're waiting? The pulley. That did work, babe, the little glue thing. Well, it ain't going all the way to the wheel. But I feel like
I want to let you know I did try hot glue by itself, like just putting a blob of hot glue on each side and letting it dry. But that didn't work. That was actual fail. We did have to actually put a spacer in there. They're black rubber circle rings or spacers. That's what we ended up using. adding the rubber bands to the wheel for some friction. So that's what we're doing there. And the teacher also said that CDs will work well. We did use CDs on the first car, but we were trying something different on this car. So, I mean, for each their own, but this is the ones that we made. So the car is put together. I'm just testing that it's rolling by pushing it back and forth. And then I'm gonna go to the yarn. We just use regular like knitting yarn. That's what we use. We did try rubber bands. The teacher said we couldn't use that. We also tried like some thinner kind of string. That didn't work. So the best thing we found to use was yarn. And so I'm just tying that on there. But again, the teacher said that he thought it was best not to tie it, but our car still went really far. So after I tied it, I put some hot glue on there on top of it to keep it in place so that it wouldn't move around or slide. And then I'm putting hot glue on the hanger on the Mousetrap so that that is secure. And then because it didn't go as far in as we did with the black hanger on the first model that we did, I ended up putting some duct tape around there just to give it some extra support, because that is what you're going to be lifting up and down with. So I just wrapped some tape around there. And we used duct tape, the same duct tape that I was using in the prior one. So again, if you want another idea of a Mousetrap card, don't forget to check out our other.
We're going to test this one. This one's made with the air freshener wheel and the Mousetrap and the ruler. Go ahead and let it go.